Hello, Silaholics, and welcome to Silaholics Anonymous. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365, Silaholics Anonymous, 365 Creative Academy, and the product line, Honestly Speaking. There was a question in a group. Someone was having some issues with being able to remove the background so that they can just have the solid image and be able to sublimate it. I did ask what program they use. They said they had Silhouette Studio. So I am going to show how you can accomplish this in Silhouette Studio. All right. All right, let me go ahead and of course, change my privacy settings so that I can see comments from Shaquille Lavelle, edit privacy and public. All right, there we go. So that is changed. And now let me go ahead and share this video. Hello. All right, so hit share, write a post, and let's learn Silhouette Studio. And copy, post, share to a group, paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So I'll share it out. If you have a group and you would like for this content to be, go ahead and hit share as well. If you are members of a group and it allows you to share content such as this, please be so kind to share there as well. And we're going to go and learn and do a little bit of work in Silhouette Studio. Hey, people, how y'all doing? All right. Hello. Incredible afternoon, everybody. All right. So we're going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. So I've already done it. I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways that this can be done. I'm going to show a very, very easy and simple way that's great for beginners. Once you want to like really learn Silhouette and turn this into a vector file and have it set up correctly, I'm going to show you guys that as well. Okay. So first things first with this, if we're doing this just in a very, very like simple way, we really want to just remove the background, right? I'm going to make a duplicate. I always like to make duplicates of my stuff. I teach my students this all the time. Is this on Facebook also? Yes, it is on Facebook also. And can I get Silhouette Studio on my laptop? I tried, but it won't download. Yes, as long as it's not a Chrome or I forget the other one. It has to be a system that operates off of Windows or the Mac platform, the Mac iOS, but it cannot be a Chromebook. Okay, so I always like to duplicate. I just like to have it that way and just have it just in case. So simple way to, as far as like the colors are there, you want to be able to use this as is. Now, to me, the resolution on this is not like super great, but it's still usable. So we're going to go through like the more simplistic way of doing this. So we're going to go over to our trace window, select trace area, place my box. Silhouette Studio loves black, so it's actually up really well on on that black area. All right, I like to take my scale down. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. I'm going to take my threshold up. Nope, I can't go up too much because of the orange. So we're going to stay there. And we're going to go trace, not trace and detach. Because the outside is black, we cannot trace and detach. Now we can invert it. Let's do it that way. I'm going to show you that way as well. So I'm going to go over to my image effects and I'm going to invert the colors. We're going to go over to our trace window again, select trace area box. It's going to go to that black area. That's exactly where we want it. And we also have the, the eyes there. And we're going to go trace, still doing a trace, not a trace and detach. You know what? Hold on. Let's go back. No, that one I still do need a trace. So we're going to go like this. And we're going to go trace. Okay, sorry, my son is not feeling very well. Okay, so we have it that way. I'm going to click on the trace and fill it in with color. And I'm going to release compound path. I need my middle part, so I'm going to hold down shift, click all of my middle areas. And I'm going to weld everything else. All right. And group this together. Send it to the back. Grab these little pieces and make them a compound path. So now I have like all my little cutouts as well. I'm going to hold down shift, click on the background, go over to modify and crop. Now I can go to my image effects and invert my colors back. There we have it. With everything still, we're going to group it. Everything is still selected. I'm going to go to offset that. You decide how big or small you want it. I'm going to go in just a little bit tighter. Okay. And apply. And then we're going to fill that in with black. Now, for the eyes, because that was black and that did not trace, we're going to have to recreate like that area. Now, for the middle part here, because it's connected, I can simply double click to bring up my, and I'm just going to hit delete point, and that's going to bring back that black area like that, right? Oh, you know what? Well, I could technically, I could do that too, but we're just going to do it that way. It's actually a couple different ways this can be done. So now on this one, I can use my edit points and try and get that to like, fill that in. But the easiest way would be to do an oval, rotate that, pull this down. I'm gonna scale it up just so that I have that oval shape, right? I'm going to hold down shift, click on my black, weld it, and send it to the back. So now I've closed that off and it looks like this one line on it with the white and all of that. So with this version, it is simply basically, it's like a trace and trace and detach. It is the actual, it's still this image. It's not filled in. I can't go in here and separate the colors. If I were to fill this in with color, like everything fills in. It is truly just this image. So that's a trace and detach. So here I'm going to kind of do the same thing. But with this, because when we're tracing, is tracing the black area, the part underneath the eye, you're going to lose it. So we're going to have to recreate that again with the circle. So we're going to go to select trace area, place our box around it. And then we're going to hit, again, trace. All right. I'm going to click on just that trace, fill it in with color so I can see it. I'm going to release compound path, hold down shift, click on the square. So that deselects it. All I have left are these middle parts here. So I'm going to group that together, click on the orange and delete it. This part right here, I'm going to remove the color, hold down shift, click on the original image, modify, and crop. Again, I don't have my outline. So we're going to go offset. And I go to corner. I'm going to hit apply and fill that in with black. And this is where I was saying, here we have a gap. So I'm going to take my oval again. I like to fill it with color and take my transparency down. Get that to fill into that space. And then I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to duplicate and put this right here. All right. And then we're going to do an offset so that it can fill in the bottom over here, like down here. So with both of those selected, so that's these two pieces, I'm going to go again to offset. And I need my offset to be just a little bit. So we're going to go, I'm going to go just a tad bit bigger so it meets up with that little part there. Apply. Hold down shift. Well, first I need to actually cut away. Yeah, you know what? No, I don't. So we're going to hold down shift, my black part, my black layer, hold down shift, select that. So now it's the black and my offset. I'm just going to hit weld and send that to the, oh my God, that looks so crazy. Get off the screen. That look crazy like that. So now we have the outline around it. Okay. There's some areas where I probably could have made my offset a little bit bigger. So I could come in here, and delete these points. Same thing over here. Delete that. So there wasn't that like little opening there. So that's one of the ways that it can be done. Now, if you are wanting to make it where you can really separate the colors, then it's still tracing, but you have to do a little bit more to it. All right. So before I get into that, let me answer some of these questions. How many computers can you put Silhouette on? An infinite number of computers for the base program. If you have version 4.4 and you have like Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business, or previously I always say you can have 3 installs at any given time, but sometimes it just mysteriously goes away. Your computer crashes. You can always contact Silhouette America and have them reset that code for you. So it really is an infinite number of computers you can have the upgrade on. With the newer version 4.4, if you have that, all you have to do is log in and it will give you, it'll put your business or designer on there, and you don't have to worry about any number of installs. But there's no limit to how many computers you can have it on, and being able to log into your library. No, so you can download it under the Chrome internet. I actually prefer Google. I prefer Google Chrome as far as downloading. You cannot use a Chrome book that doesn't have a Windows operating system, or a computer that doesn't have a Windows operating system or a Mac operating system. But I only use Google Chrome. I only recommend, but you can't have a Chrome book. How did you invert? It's under your image effects. And yes, I did it before I traced. My lives are always saved. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Is that Chromebooks are just a step above tablets? Correct. For Silhouette. All right. So the next way that this can be done, where is my original? So see, this right here is actually broken up into, it's broken up. So I'm going to go back over here. And we're going to do a traditional like trace to be able to fill it in with color, because that original one wasn't like the greatest quality, right? That's a simple way of doing it. And you just deal with the colors that's there. But if you want to take it a step further, you're going to go ahead and trace it yourself. So we're going to go select trace area, place our box. And I'm actually going to pull this down just a little bit. I have to do 2 traces on this. So I'm going to go trace, where I'm just tracing all the black so I can have the outline of everything. But then I have to go in and do another trace for the orange part. So I'm going to go trace. I'm going to go right back into this and go select, take my threshold up so I get the orange part. And we're going to trace that. Well, this actually gives me the white part, not the orange part. So we're going to go ahead and trace that. Then we're going to click off and move this over here. And we actually have 2 traces. I'm going to fill it in with random colors. I typically tend to start with random colors first. I don't like to see the original color, so that I kind of, it's just, I teach my students about why I fill it with color. So this is going to give me pretty much the outline. The eyes are in both. So on this one, I really only want this white part, which is like the equivalent of the white here. So I'm going to click on just the top. I'm not dragging and selecting. I'm clicking on just the top. And I'm going to release compound path. Hold down shift, click where that the outline of the T is, and hit delete for everything else. Now for this one, I'm going to change the color, release compound path, click off completely, click on the box and delete it, click on this and delete it. If I were to make this part white, group, make it white. And this part, we're going to group that together and make that the orange. And then our eyeballs will make all of that white and group that together. Now, there is a little bit of peekaboo orange outside of that. Now, you can do an offset on it so it so that you don't have that extra orange part on there. That's totally up to you, but this is just the simple and basic way of doing it. And now we're going to offset it to my corner points and apply. Fill that in with black. Hopefully I have my eyepieces. I still have those. I'm just going to bring these over, but you'll of course make them the same way I did them the first time. Put that right there. And then let's do an offset on that. Increase distance so that it comes down and overlaps over here. And go apply. Hold down shift, select the back, right click and weld. Send that to the back. And so now it's connected. And I can truly separate this. So I think she wanted to cut it from like pieces of, well, actually, no, it was in a sublimation group. So maybe she'll sublimate it. But if you wanted to cut it from pieces of vinyl, this is what you'll have to do. And you'll have your orange, you'll have your white, and then you'll have your black. So you can layer it. All right. The top one, basically the same thing. It's a little bit different. So we're going to go trace, select trace area, place our box around it. And so somewhat the same because we have, oh, wait, you know what? No, let's see. This one I did invert. So I'm going to go to image effects and I'm going to invert this so that the white becomes black. We're going to go ahead and put this over here. And we're going to do a regular trace. Where my trace window went? So trace. All right. I can move this out of the way. So now it looks like this. We're going to fill it in with color. I normally pick just any random color. We're going to release compound path. All right. Our outline, if we revert this back, this outline should be white. Okay. I'm just going to group these together for now. I know I don't have the middle part yet, but you're going to see that. So we're going to send that to the back. Oh, my eyes are white. And then my middle part here is orange. Now, because of the way that this traced, certain things, like they're not fully connected. So you have to draw it in to connect it. This trace wasn't like, you know what? I probably could have gotten a better trace on this. I don't want to get too deep into connect it. Let's just do a better trace on this. So I'm going to trace it in. I'm going to do it my regular way with the two traces. I got better results doing it that way. All right. So that first one, we're going to pick that up. It's like the outline, and we're going to go trace. I'm going to go select trace area again. I'm going to increase my threshold all the way up so I can get the middle part. I think that's how I did it last time. And we're going to go trace. That's actually how I did it. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. I want to see something real quick. I think I did it and I created my own offsets. I did. All right. This right here is okay, that's that part. I need this one. So that second trace gives us this. I'm going to fill it with color. Release compound path. Click on the box and delete it. That's actually how I did this one. Fill it with white and group it. This outline is also white. And we're going to group that together. All the inside parts are orange. See, now it's connected. And I'm going to group that. Send it to the back. So we have parts that are still pink. The outer layer. So this, we have an inner one. I'm going to change all the inner ones to a different color. So the part that's still pink, I'm going to select those, hold down shift, click on the orange, and subtract. Click on the blue, click on the white, and subtract. So now we have our little cutouts. Now, around the whole thing, I can do an offset. Fill it with black. The eyes are going to be fixed the same way. Make an oval. Rotate it some. Pull this over here. And then, oh, that's driving me crazy. We're going to go ahead and do an offset so that it can cover the whole thing. Apply, hold down shift, select my black area and weld it and send it to the back. That way that fills that in. And now this is a vectorized version that can be cut from vinyl and or give you a much better sublimation, like a much better results as far as sublimation, because it's going to be completely high quality. But it is set up for layering for vinyl. So those are two different ways where you're doing it as a trace and detach, but then recreate your outline. Or if you're going to do it as a full trace, in that way you can size it up for anything. If with that other one, let's say if this says the Lookouts, I'm not sure what it's for. Let's say it was a T-ball team. They wanted to have a big flag. If you use the PNG, the JPEG one, it might be distorted as you make it bigger. But if you take this vector one, you can make it as big as or as small as you need, and it won't ever distort how it looks. So sometimes just completely recreating it and filling it in with color works better than trying to do a trace and detach and using the original image. I didn't make this. This is someone's logo. So someone designed that. So I did not create this myself. I was just showing someone from their logo. They got it with a black background, how they could transform it to be able to sublimate or use it with vinyl. All right. So hopefully that was helpful for the original person who original post, and for everyone else who wants to, learn how to do things in Silhouette Studio. I do have a Essentials to Silhouette Studio course that is going on right now. Our last live day is on Wednesday, on the 30th. But you can still join. You can still purchase access to the course. It is Uh-oh. Am I still up? Okay, there it is. So it is Essentials to Silhouette Studio. Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days. You can find it on our website, shop.hsink365.com. Here is where you will find our sublimation ink, pigment ink, sublimation paper, but you'll also find my classes here as well. We are rounding up for the, we're coming in on the last couple of days. We're working on designs. Today we worked through templates, but it's Learning Silhouette Studio in 30 days. You can click on it right here. It's $83.65. You have lifetime access to all of the playbacks for this particular course. You get access to watch it in two different places. So if you want to be able to watch on one device and then use your program, you can, because you have access to the playback. Right now it's in one place. After the 30th, you'll see it in the second place in the course. You can still join. Right now, we're just going through different design techniques and understanding how to put all of these different tools that we've learned over the past 30 days together. We have 2 sessions tomorrow. Actually, we have just our regular design session at 1, and then we have a Q&A and review at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow evening. So you can still sign up, attend at least some sessions, and then you can learn from the playbacks. And there's an exclusive Facebook group. So if you have questions along the way, I am here to help you in that group. Don't inbox me. I get too many inboxes. So you'll be able to post it in that group, post questions, post videos, also share what you have accomplished. I am so super, super proud of my students, both in my bachelor's and my master's. They're always killing it. And then some people who said they were just intimidated out of program before this 30 days. And now they feel so much more comfortable showing them tools that they've never seen before and really, really breaking them down. So it's $83.65 for it. I will not be doing this live anytime soon. The goal was to do it now and just, it's available for you guys to purchase for the playback. I'm considering doing it in the summer, but it's not set in stone. So if you missed it live, you'll just have to catch the playbacks. But I promise you, from my playbacks, the way they are, it is the actual Zoom session. You're going to feel like you were there live anyway. Okay. So again, that's shop.hsinc365.com. Go underneath the Sublimation Collections banner, and you can click on Essentials of Silhouette Studio, and make sure you read the full description because it tells you where to get access to the Zoom links and all of that kind of good jazz. So make sure you read the full description. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for joining me. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.